Hello everyone, welcome back to Day One Dev channel. And today we're going to talk about how to create a release bundles uh, using a JFrog CLI within your Jenkins pipeline. As you might have remembered, the last videos which are already published, they've been doing in packages and they'll be promoted to a build information, which you might be seeing here again, some high level here. I'm going to call out here part of it, which I created a build where you might have been seeing it under a system, right? So keeping aside, and I'll show you the pipeline, how we're going to do entire stuff, which the high level, we're going to go over the package. Then we're going to go over build information here, and we're going to talk about a release bundle version 2. So if you need a documentation also, I might have called out here. You can see here the JFrog documentation, and you can go and you can read more details about that. All right. So coming back to our pipeline, as previously you might have seen, all this packages, how I was doing it, the entire build information, how you're packaging all the stuff. Then we are doing in build info, where I'm collecting information and a GitHub information, which is your what are Bitbucket are using it. Then publishing a package, right? So as part of this build publish, this is what you're seeing the information here. And you can see this package has, we also discussed about JSON file, which is uh, where it has all this your licensing terms and your package, everything. And this is standard about what are you using your Java framework. It's everything remains these two files if you are familiar about it, except this JSON. Now it comes to creating a release bundle. You can see here I'm creating a spec. First you have to create a spec, and then the initial stage is going to be a new. So I'll talk about that. So what is this spec about? All right. So if I go to this code, I'll jump over directly there. I need to create a kind of a file, this format, where my build information and which is my what are my project name is going to be this one, and I'm using the standard as my current pipeline Jenkins job name. So if you see here, I'm doing this part. And I'm also calling out the include dependencies. Yes, you can do a true or a false, but generally I prefer that a false because I don't need that as part of my release bundle. Now, why do I need this information as an array of this build? If you are doing in a project, let's take example, this is one of your microservices and you have a front-end application and you want to release both the packages at the same time. And as part of your single product, you want to track the releasing a version, your front end always has to go with a certain microservices. Then you can add multiple builds packages. So here is a Spring application, but you can call this a microservice, and you can have another same array of a object where it calls another one, just put a comma and create another build within a front-end application, and you can have a build number and you can tag it. So it's more than one build information can be part of your release bundle. All right. So as part of my spec, I'm creating the spec as a JSON file, and you can see here, then I'm printing this file. I'll go give you a walkthrough about that pipeline too. Then finally, I'm publishing it. So the one more which I want to exclusively call out, you can see here, you need access token to create your release bundle. So what are the configuration you have done for your entire package earlier? All these places, this might not be the same when it comes to a release bundle. You need access token, and till here, everything works as is. So in a real world, if you want to take this project as a next level, most of this stuff is for developer level. It's going to be more validated. Build information is more for developer and security team. And you should say this, a release management is more for change management organizations and a product team, how you're tagging your product services, go within which application, all that stuff. And also this contains your vulnerabilities whenever you're putting it, because you're delivering one or more packages, you're gonna have all this stuff. So now if you want to see this as in a bigger picture, I'll go over that part. So as you might have seen previously, we have a package. Then under package, I have certain package sub stages. Then it comes to my build info. Build info, I'm doing all this one, whatever we have seen in the previous one. And then I have a release bundle where I call a spec, and the stage will be in a new. So you can see here, I created a build 18. Now let's go to our Artifactory. You can see here my build 18, just I created a few minutes back. And this will end up in my state, always in new, which is a created state. So if you want to see this part, technically it falls as a Kanban style mode. If you want, let me expand this part. You can see here the project, the number of builds I have it. And I also create some standards if I'm running manually on my local from my using my terminal something. I try to create my build number as a CMD. That means I know that I'm executing a shell script on my side, not going through a pipeline. So when I do anything pipeline, you always go with the pipeline build number. It's always been generated here. So now we created a tag here, 18. You can see here, it's been here in the state. And I'll show you how you can take it to a next level from here. All right. Hope you learned something new, and please subscribe to Day One Dev. And I'll come back with a new video how to promote this package to a next level.